Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to the Talk Podcast. Now, today, okay, I'm sorry to say, you know how I always say, oh, we're not here to make fun of anyone. We are still not here to make fun of anyone, but I am showing you probably the funniest person ever, at least in 2025. This woman is hilarious, the most fake personality that I've ever come across, right? And I can only judge for what she's presenting, her words, her attitude, her acting. You will be stunned. And also, I'm thinking to myself, I see where this is going. You want to be one of them so bad, right? You want to go viral. What was that white lady's name recently who went viral sitting in the car talking about she has this great husband? He's perfect. But she just thought about leaving him, leaving the children. Fuck off. I'm sorry for my language. That's what she thought. Just F out of the whole situation because she doesn't know herself and she's want to find herself and she's going to look for herself somewhere out there, right? She's already figured out how things are going to go. He's just going to follow, right? But it is so hard for her being in this perfect relationship where she stays at home and has all the leisure, freedom to do whatever she pleases, and gets the pleasure and joy to spend time with her children. That is disgusting. So she needs to flee. And this woman went viral. And when I'm saying viral, I don't mean only social media. There were some news broadcasting channels that picked that up and were reporting about it. Now, this one over here thought, I can't play the same game. No, you can't. You can't. And also, guys, I will point out something that most people are not ready to hear, right? This is not only someone who wants to go viral so bad, this is also someone who is making fun of women. Yeah, I know you're. How? How is she making fun of women? Wait for it. While I'll be preparing my coffee, we will let this clip roll. Another great content from Charles. Visit his YouTube channel for sure, especially if you want the whole content. You should.
Thinking that I made the right decision.
Thinking is not in your vocabulary.
And and I am a good man. I do. And maybe that's why so many men tell older women they're gonna die alone and be so sad.
See, just keep that part in mind. It's going to repeat itself. But if you think about it, yeah, that's the part where she's actually making fun of women, though.
I'm sad with a great man.
It says, day in my life as a child-free, selfish, beautiful young woman. Looked like she on some type of vacation. Got her cheeks on full display.
This clip got me so because you know how most of the times on social media or in general when topics about men women dynamics come up and stuff like that, we are too quick to blaming just simply taking these OF girls, these, promiscuous women, just taking them, putting them as the front reason why, these dynamics nowadays are weird, or putting them as the reason of why men have a certain perspective or idea of a majority or large number of women. No, I might be changing my mind. It's women like her.
It's just not worth it dealing with someone else every single day of your life. Every day. Every day you gotta deal with somebody. Is marriage even worth it? It's not. It's not. At some point, you're gonna realize that it's always best to just be alone. Because I've been married for about 7 years, and I don't even know if this
Be very attentive. At some point, you're going to realize it's best to be alone. Her words, right?
is worth it. Like, and not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong. There's nothing wrong. Why I'm upset, I'm just not thinking that I made the right decision. And I am a good man. I do. And that's not the point. The point is, it's you really do lose yourself. You lose your sense of individuality. You lose your sense of peace. And this could be even to a good man. Like, you're gonna lose something.
Honestly, you must have never known peace for you to say something stupid like that.
And I don't think it's worth it. Like, at all. I've always had a dream of, like, getting out of my hometown, like, city and moving on, like, moving forward. Like life is supposed to be experience. Like, we're supposed to be doing new things and traveling and all that. And I do. I do.
Wait for it. Life is an experience and all that stuff. We're supposed look at even the hostess face, right, of this episode right now. I can't even talk. It's so crazy. What experience? What is it that you haven't done or you cannot do? If anyone has ever listened to my Spotify, you will find an episode that has to do with happiness. And I talked about this, that some people are going to destroy the good that they have because they are running after this idea, this peak of happiness constantly, like kind of like, oh, I went to a concert last weekend, how can I top it, right? Oh, now I need to fly somewhere, fly Barbados, how can I top it? Oh, what it, like, I cannot even come up with ideas because to me it is not meaningful. Is it nice, is it beautiful? Of course, but it just doesn't make sense. You should be happy for being healthy. You should be happy for having a roof over your head. You should be happy for having a support system. You should be happy for being able to actually even just talk, experience, express yourself, walk through life, be there for others. You have eyes that work well. You have a mouth. You have a now with the brain. I'm not sure, but you know what I mean, though.
I do. But
What? What are we talking about here? I mean, really? I thought she was gonna say he beat her ass at least,
There's
or he
nothing.
don't know how to be a good provider, or
I bet you she's living a great life. And she just figured, I need to go viral. We will never understand why, but that's the whole thing going on in her mind. The only people who I think, right, and that's something you need to manage quickly because you don't want it to go crazy. In that episode, I was talking about how children, young babies, toddlers, young kids, and then to a certain degree, early teens, they have the space, especially babies and toddlers, because they're dependent on you. Their happiness is everything. If they cry because they need this toy right now, you figure out a way to either calm them down or please them, right? They are the ones who can be like, I'm not happy about this, I want this now. Does that mean you as a parent need to bend backwards all the time? No, but you figure out a way. Does that make sense? Kids are entitled and it's okay to a certain degree. We allow them to be, "Oh, I'm not happy, I want this or I want my candy right now, stuff like that. But not you though.
something.
And
He
then
trying
this one is a different case because you don't even have children. You don't even have children. Look, that other woman, even though I don't agree with her, at least in her case, you could say, oh, it is overwhelming with them children, three of them, or how many she had, right? You've experienced all these past post whatever syndromes they're having, right? But you know what I mean? It would make sense. One is in kindergarten, one is in primary school, one needs this, they need different types of attention. One is hurt, one's getting sick, one's having diarrhea. You don't know, that's overwhelming. People could understand when someone says, I need a break. Even if you have your house set and all that good stuff, there would be people who would understand. You don't have them. You're actually flexing with it, saying, oh, day in my life from a woman with no children, married, living her best life, showing her bum. Where's the pain coming from? Or is it a different pain? I'll get to that later.
to do 50-50. He's not ambitious. He don't got no goals in life. He's lazy. No, and she didn't say none of that. She didn't say anything about that. Matter of fact, she said he a good man. I get to experience life and travel. I get to do all of that. But yet she came to this internet crying because that's not enough. And I'm not even going to talk to the men on this one because men, we understand this. And this is why
Before he continues, I need to tell women that if there's really nothing going wrong in your life, there's no need to complain and expose your relationship and your husband, your boyfriend, your fiance, whoever, because he's so good. But all you have to do is complain. I'm telling you, that is the best way for you to lose your husband, lose your fiance, create drama, create distraction, invite spirits, Jezebels, and any other kinds. This woman, let's give her, how long are we going to give her? 2 weeks, 3 months, half a year, when she's going to come back on TikTok to give us in some insights? How long are we going to give her? I'm giving her 3 months. I'm giving her 3 months, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm giving her 3 months, and then we're going to have something that, oh my God, it dawned on me.
I don't blame men nowadays for not wanting to get married. And I say this as a guy who chose marriage, and I must have got one of the few good ones that's left. You can end up being everything that you.
Well, listen, okay? Of course, I'm doing a lot with this one right now, but to me, it's really mind blowing. I'm not trying to sit here and say in life relationships cannot turn the other way. There are good women who have a great relationship, and for whatever reason, the relationship is broken, right? Because different choice in life, because there are different things. I'm not trying to say that good people do not choose to separate because of bigger reasons or different reasons, but there will be a reason, right? This one is just looking for something to come into her life to be distracting. There is nothing happening for some. There's been something happening, working on it or not, or coming to a conclusion. But with you, there's nothing, and it blows my mind with people like that who've been in relationships for such a long time, and then like it's very rare, but some men have that too. Wake up one day and they're like, I can't do this anymore, right? But then on top of that, okay, man or woman, if you feel the way you feel, right? Why do you need to come on the internet though? What is the gain?
Woman looks for and desires and says she wants, and she could still not appreciate it. She could still say it's not enough. What kind of man wants that type of life where that's what he has to come home to or deal with? Ladies, I'm gonna talk to y'all. Y'all should be pissed off. Women should be pissed because every day I get on this internet and all I hear are from single mothers, women who've been traumatized due to their poor decisions in men, and they talk about how it's nothing but trash men out here in the dating market. These men ain't shit. They ain't about shit.
The problem is, I get where you're going with this, but most of them are not going to hear it, agree with you. It's very far away, right? Because they don't see the life as this is someone else's son. They don't think like that. They don't think like, oh, this could be my son. The only time they would actually think that way, I'm sorry to say, for most women, that's what we're seeing, right? It's only if it really affects them, then they want to tell their sons, oh my God, distance yourself from that kind of a woman. But in general, no one is hearing what you're saying, sir. They will find a way to join hands with her. They will find a way to sugarcoat what she's doing. They will find a way, even if she already said in the video there is no reason, other random women are going to create a reason for why it is valid for her to, act the way she's acting. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we hear.
And especially the single moms are going to be in the comments telling her, "You go, girl," because you would think to yourself that other women, and because where he's going is, "Oh my God, where the women, where women surrounding you, talking to you, like, come on, they should be telling you, girl, don't mess this up. Look at us. Look how difficult things can be. You have a good one. You have a good life. Don't mess this up." This is the message I'm thinking he's trying to, address towards women. But I'm telling you that especially those single women, the ones who misery is seeking company, right? They'll be the ones to tell you, "Yeah, you go, girl." She doesn't even have kids, but they'll be telling her, "You go, girl. Don't let him hold you down. Don't let him stop you. Don't let because why? Because misery needs company. You will rarely find a woman who's going to sit this one down. First of all, they are going to be asking themselves, why would I waste my time with this one? She's far gone, okay? And then even if, what are you trying to change? What are you going to change? When a knucklehead has made a choice, they made a choice. But rarely you would find someone, and I know this because I've experienced quite some things nowadays with my tiny age. But you cannot tell women, even your friend, you cannot tell them, hey girl, I love you and I want this, I want the best for you. I don't think you should be doing this. Who, that's why you're on the mountain. You are losing it. Like, are you trying to give me advice? Are you trying to tell me something right? Huh? That's the attitude you're gonna get. So nowadays, you don't see that happening. Normally, especially, I'm sorry to say, I don't care. I know, to me, there's a general, a big, vast idea of black culture, and then obviously the in betweens, right? There are going to be nuances here and there, but as a black woman, right? There's a shame what you're doing. You're just making yourself look stupid. But obviously, she's American, so they don't even play like that. It is what it is. I'm sorry to say. But normally, your sisters, your loved ones, someone who likes you, but who likes you when you have such attitude? But someone who likes you is supposed to tell you, hey, girl, look, come to me if there's something bothering you. Let's talk this out. Let's find a way, but don't expose your marriage. We're not talking boyfriend, okay? Don't expose your marriage on the internet, shaking your flat bum because you want some attention from people who will not support you. Let me paint the picture for you. If this goes wrong and you've been used to a certain lifestyle, I don't know if it's that easy and quick for you to adapt to suddenly have to do it all on your own. That other lady, that white lady who did that same nonsense, okay, her reality is just different. If she wanted to, somehow, some way, she has the means to say, I'm just going to create some nonsense business and go on TikTok, connected with my sad story, how I left my husband for no reason. And all these crazy feminist women and her white people are going to flock to her. This is not even being like dividing. This is just the fact they're going to flock to her. They have the money to waste on stuff like that. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Do you think anyone is going to support you? Maybe once you're going to start some weird GoFundMe. Yeah, people are going to send you 7K. We don't know. And that's it. No one is buying your story. No one is supporting this. We're taking it as I hope people are taking it as a learning lesson. But most of us, I think most people are taking it as a joke. Your joke. It's a joke. If you were to be 19 acting like that, everyone would be giggly, bubbly, laughing with you. Oh, she's unexperienced. Oh, she doesn't know better. Oh, she's just playful. Oh, she's just a teenager. But what are you doing? That, you see, what I'm saying is what no one is going to say to her, or what no one is saying anymore in general, right? You're making yourself look stupid. And I'm the last person who's going to say, oh, just because you're X amount of age, you need to act a certain way. But still, we should be aware that there's a certain way of moving in life, okay?
Comes to this internet crying, I lost myself. I got everything I want in a husband. He does everything. We get to travel and experience life. There's nothing.
Get people who are in relationships, right? Not in the, oh, things are going bad, but like things are good. Everything is good. You're having fun. Everything is normal, right? And then for no reason, they're like talking down on each other, disrespecting each other. Being like, even when there's something happening, I don't think you should be acting that way. But in the sense of, coming up with stories of how they're no good and they don't do this and they don't do that. I never understood that, because nowadays you would get reactions of people being shocked when you're actually uplifting your partner or, right, your significant other. People are going to react shocked. People are going to react shocked if you are comfortable in pleasing your partner, in doing things for them, for your significant other, in preparing meals, perhaps the most easiest thing, right? People are going to be surprised, like, oh, really, you're doing that? Oh my God, wow, why though, right? But when you boldly, right, not only at home or between your close ones, but actually even on the public and the internet, when you boldly say nonsense like, I really say, he ain't shit, he good for nothing, right? He ain't do nothing. Look at him, look at that. Like, I hate when they talk like that, but you know what I'm saying? Everyone is applauding. Yeah, you go, girl. Even with men, when men start talking down nowadays, I don't know what's happening, but when men start talking down on their women, yeah, she can do nothing. Look at her, just standing over there with that wig on. I don't know, coming up and stuff. But you know what I mean? Everyone is like, yeah, he's the man, go. But when you hear people or men saying, no, I like to take care of her. I don't want her to be stressed out. We have a routine in our household. I cover up this, she cover, like, people are gonna be shocked. Oh my God, really? You guys are good to each other? How dare you?
I could complain about, and she's still not happy. That's because she wasn't made to be a wife. Now, unfortunately, he didn't notice that. He wasn't able to recognize that as far as from his perspective. But that's what this is.
Not know
But
if he
let's see what
was
else she got to
able to
say.
recognize that. Okay, wait a minute. I really like your commenting, but we do not know if he wasn't able to recognize that, because that's another unfortunate truth. Sometimes I ask myself, where do those people find each other, right? Different dynamics of relationships, but one uncomfortable truth is that there are quite a number of men who will pick a disrespectful, uncomfortable, bad-mouthed woman. They know it and they'll wife her up, right? There are some who do it for different reasons. They like it like that, low self-esteem. They didn't know better, push over, different reasons, but that choice exists, right? So we don't know if he didn't see it, if she covered up, or if he actually chose this because she presented in a certain way. And he, when lust comes into the game, I'm not saying her right now. It's not even my place to judge because I'm not into Well, when lust comes into play, though, sometimes for men, undisciplined men, that doesn't mean you're not successful. They are successful men monetarily who can be undisciplined, who can struggle with lust and make certain decisions due to the appearance and ideas that they have, and then later it strikes you. But yet you were the one who made that decision. Does that make sense? So sometimes there are situations where I really ask myself, how did these people find each other? When one is really, really the definition of good and the other one is just bad, I ask myself how you find each other. And then other times we just need to take on the birds of the same feather kind of flock together. They do. They match up with each other and then they make choices.
But at some point, like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this every single day of my life. Like, always checking in with someone, always having to consider their feelings, it's always somebody else. You're never alone.
Oh my God.
You never have a moment to yourself.
Take a walk. Find a job, do something. Is he not working? Like, come on. You're never alone. Stop it. Get some help.
You never can do that. And I don't know, like, and there's any out there and say, like, oh, I don't want to do this. No. do you
I had to force myself to finish this health mixed drink that I had beforehand, and now I can finally enjoy
weird
coffee.
and not a realized couple? But I really want girls to know, like, even if it's absolutely worth it, I don't think it is. Even if you found the most perfect man, it's not.
You see, now we're slowly going there where not only is she lying to women, this is the kind of woman who just proves the fact that other women keep women single. This is the kind of woman that just proves the fact that other women give women bad advice. Misery draws in. Yeah, they're seeking company, so they want you, and they want you to be miserable with them. Or even worse, they want everybody else to be miserable so they can stand up and think to themselves, look how good I am, right? And a better example for me to make my point clear, because I don't know this person, right? Just random. But let's see Sierra, Beyonce, Cardi B, a culture within music, people within music that have been celebrated and vastly accepted by certain culture. And these women, with all they say and all how they dress and whatever makeup they put on and all the bad attitude, whatever the case is, these women actually are married women, okay, with exes or not. But like leave that out. These women are actually married women, okay, who have family, who created life with that significant other, who have a certain routine within their household, right? Yet they are the ones to tell the whole audience, their fan base, and more, you don't need a man. You don't need to have this. You can do it all on your own. You don't need children. They're gonna hold you down. I don't cook, I don't clean. All these things, lies to manipulate you to believe that, yeah, that's just nonsense. But never ask yourself, why are they living in this kind of setting then? What's the benefit for them? Look, the greatest idea, and I'm not saying people should just jump in and follow these celebrities, but isn't it interesting that they will sell you looks is the most important, wealth is the most important, integrity, don't let a man play on you, these that and the third. But these are exactly the same women who will not shift away from their man whatever happens. And when I say whatever happens, I mean whatever happens. They can have another chick and they're not going because there's something that they know that they're trying to keep away from you, though. And I'm not trying to say people should stay in such kind of relationships. It's for you as an individual with your significant other to decide on, okay? But the truth is, here she is sitting in her car somewhere on vacation, enjoying whatever she has within her relationship, yet telling other women, I